ABC7 Bangor.
From the Great North Woods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, residents of an apartment complex in Bangor are speaking out after realizing their cars have been vandalized.
Plus, we'll hear reactions from farmers regarding the state's PFAS report.
And we'll get a glimpse of a summer school in Trenton that is sending kids home excited to do their homework. There's some more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in this morning. It is going to be a hot Thursday here in Maine. Make sure you get outside, try to get some, maybe some water, try to find some water, jump in,
I know.
Cool off a little bit, grab some water bottles, prepare for the long heat we're going to go through.
Good thing we're in vacation land. Let's throw it over to Devin Biggs.
Devin, good morning.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomaston Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Already, heat's the big story around here. Heat advisories are in effect until 8 p.m. tonight, though, because of very hot temperatures in the 90s and higher dew point levels, which means higher humidity levels, which will make it feel a lot hotter to be outside. So even though we may have a few clouds passing through, unfortunately, though, we will need to be careful with the heat. It will be very easy to suffer from heat exhaustion, so please be careful out there if you do have to head outside today. But we will be watching for a system now to be moving in soon, which will help to make things a little bit more comfortable. Some chances of storms on the way later on tonight. Any fog this morning will be getting out of here later on, and of course by later this evening, showers and storms will develop in a few areas with our next system moving in. Along with that, some clouds and maybe a little bit more fog could be on the way. Winds will be out of the southwest, not too bad, but increasing throughout the day with gusts up to 25 miles per hour in a few spots and sustained winds maybe up to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. So for today, though, lower 90s is going to be a hot one. Partly cloudy, south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing plenty of sunshine and hot temperatures in the 90s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Residents of a Bangor apartment complex are demanding answers after multiple vehicles were found vandalized this past weekend. Brittany Black says she and her family were away from home when they were contacted to immediately check their cars. Black says after returning home, she found her vehicle had been keyed several times. The Kennebec Place resident says the damages are quoted to cost up to $2,000. Black says she will be more cautious moving forward.
We actually have Ring cameras outside the front of our doors, and we were thinking about putting one up by the garages because right now we had to move all the cars so that they were in camera view.
Black and other neighbors are asking the Bangor Police Department to show more precision in the area overnight to discourage further vandalism.
New Hampshire State Police are asking for the public's help locating a New Hampshire man wanted in connection to an attempted abduction last week. Peter Curtis is considered armed and dangerous after allegedly using a firearm during an attempted abduction. The female victim was unharmed, and returned home safely. He was recently seen in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Authorities have yet to declare a motive, but police in all three states have been notified, along with the U.S. Marshal's Office. Anyone with information is asked to call the Brentwood Police Department or your local police department. If located, please do not approach and call police immediately.
Police are on the lookout for a suspect in Old Town that crushed a radar trailer and then hit a house. According to Deputy Chief Lee Miller, Old Town police officers were called to 393 Stillwater Avenue around 8:40 Tuesday night after a Silverado pickup truck reportedly hit a house. Now, when officers arrived there was no sign of the driver. Miller says they were able to determine 57-year-old Roger Eldridge of Greenbush was the driver. A warrant has been issued for charges of aggravated criminal mischief, driving to endanger, leaving the scene of a property damage accident, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. Neither person in the residence was injured. Miller says Eldridge was previously arrested by Old Town PD on July 26 for operating under the influence. He is currently on probation. Anyone with information is asked to contact the local authorities.
An Orono man is facing charges in connection with an incident that left a Brewer police officer injured. 25-year-old Richard May is being charged with assaulting an officer and refusing to submit to arrest. Officers were called to the backside of the Brewer Walmart for a man in crisis on July 26th. Brewer Public Safety Director Jason Moffitt says when one of his officers tried to approach him, an altercation ensued. Moffitt says the officer sustained a head injury and whiplash.
There's new information about a stabbing in Winterport on July 28th. The incident happened at 215 Main Street. According to Shannon Moss, both people involved are 16 years old. The victim was initially taken to the Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with life-threatening injuries, but they were upgraded to stable condition shortly after. The victim has since returned home. Moss says the investigation continues and the case will be forwarded to the Waldo County District Attorney's Office. She says there is no danger to the public.
2 people have been arrested in connection with burglaries across 3 different counties. After an 8-month investigation, officers from the Ellsworth Police Department, the Hancock County Sheriff's Office, and the State Police searched the home of 56-year-old Anthony Knight of Belfast on Monday. They say inside the Patterson Hill Road home, they found approximately $200,000 worth of stolen property, including power tools, snowmobiles, snow plows, and a motor vehicle. They also found 62 grams of methamphetamine, prescription medication, and approximately $3,000 in suspected drug proceeds. Officers did a second search on August 2nd and found more stolen items. Anthony Knight and 44-year-old Robert Larrabee of Belfast were arrested and charged with theft. They were taken to the Hancock County Jail and released on bail. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing and more charges are pending.
The National Academy of Sciences released a report examining health impacts related to PFAS exposure. AJ Douglas has the details.
Adam Nordell has lived with his family at Songbird Farm for the past 7 years. This past winter, he was notified by a soil fertility firm that his property tested positive for PFAS chemicals. The following month, he learned that not only was his land and water contaminated, he and his family's health could be impacted as well.
We learned that there was a history of sludge spreading on our land in late November of this year. The Department of Environmental Protection put out a map that showed historic sludge spreading locations around the state. We saw our land listed on that map.
Nordell says he was terrified and quickly had to make several tough calls.
Contacting our customers with this issue was one of the scariest things I've ever done. My wife and I have been building our business and our lives here for 7 years.
The Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry is working to support farmers through these issues. The agency meets with farmers to conduct testing and sampling at no cost to the farm owner. The DACF can then provide recommendations.
When we have an understanding of what might be happening, there are other steps that we can take to provide support as well. So, for instance, if their well water needs a filter in order to be safe for the consumption of their livestock, for instance, we will be able to cover the cost of that installation.
Nordell says his family has only received financial support from the nonprofit community, and despite being approved for supplemental funding from the state for lost wages, he says he has not been issued any funding whatsoever. Director of the Bureau of Agriculture, Food, and Rural Resources claims the farm has received funding.
We need help getting off of this property. We're hoping that the state fulfills its obligations to impacted farmers.
Songbird Farm actually has received a significant amount of financial support for the loss of their income.
McBrady clarifies the PFAS fund, which recently passed in the Maine legislature, is not yet operational and separate from lost wages financial support. A newly hired director is scheduled to join the department in September. McBrady says the director will establish an advisory board and will get the PFAS fund started. In Unity, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The time is now 6:09. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, more free COVID tests are up for grabs for Mainers. Details on how to obtain them coming up.
But first, here's a look at your weather today. A high of 92 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Tonight, cloudy with some chance of thunderstorms around the area. Temperatures dropping down to a low of 67. And we're back up in the high 80s tomorrow with a more chance of thunderstorms.
I grew up in Eastport. My dad actually worked for Bangor Hydro, so that was always my goal. I've been here for 36 years. We're all that same company, from Washington County to Bangor, Lincoln, Prescott. We're all the same people. We're all from here. This area is like one big community. When we help people, that's our biggest reward, getting the power back on. We've done that for years, and we'll continue to do that.
We are going to Hollywood. This is where dreams are made and crushed. But what this con man did?
He wants to be a star.
This man was terrible.
Nobody saw it coming.
Hollywood. The Con, tonight on ABC.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
He kicked you, threw you to the ground, punched you in the head.
I'm not a criminal.
What causes you to stop assaulting him?
Well, I got tired of doing it.
Hot Bench. Thursday at 3 on ABC 7.
As of August 1st, Mainers can now receive more free COVID testing kits. Since February 2022, Mainers have been able to order up to 2 free COVID testing kits per household, regardless of zip code. Now, Maine residents can order 1 additional kit of 5 rapid tests through Project ACT. The tests can be ordered without any payment information through Project ACT's website access, covidtests.org. They will be delivered by Amazon 1 week after ordering and will have a shelf life of up to 12 months. We will have that link on our website, foxbangor.com.
A nationwide ploy to get your money is sweeping across Maine. People pretending to play the violin on a street corner or a parking lot with a sign claiming they're just trying to support their family. Now, Meyer is in Sanford, where police say while it is deceitful, they aren't breaking a law.
It's a ploy for money popping up from coast to coast, like this man in Michigan, pretending to play the violin along with a sign claiming he's trying to support his family.
Can we get some video of you playing? See?
CBS 13 heard from viewers that it's happening all over Maine, including near the Brunswick Walmart. A couple have been spotted recently doing the same thing in Sanford.
It came in as a scam complaint because the patrons that they spoke with believed that these individuals weren't playing violin and they were trying to scam people out of money.
Police say the report came in last week.
Are they doing something illegal?
No, actually.
A woman also appeared to be pretending to play outside Shaw's in Sanford. There was some concern because children were involved.
Officers responded and made an evaluation that everything appeared to be fine.
Beyond that, there's not much they can do if people decide to give others money. The only issue in this case is when the business doesn't want them there.
Then they could ask us to move them along, and we would do that.
Some of the people we spoke to really believed they were playing music.
He looked real. His music stuff that he did.
Even if it was fake, Brittany from Sanford tells us she doesn't have a problem with it.
Having a bad day and then hearing that music, it just lifted you up. It made you feel better.
We tried to find this mysterious couple or anybody else doing something similar. No such luck.
It's 6:15. Coming up after the break, the Old Town YMCA opened up a new adventure center for kids yesterday.
Plus, the Rockland Lobster Festival is officially underway. We'll get a glimpse of the fun when we return.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC7.
Harris's Harborside Takeout, located on the waterfront at the Harbor Park and Marina in Ellsworth, offers hot dogs, hamburgers, lobster rolls, sandwiches, and wraps. Top off your meal with a delicious scoop of Gifford's ice cream. Harris's Harborside Takeout, 413 Water Street, Ellsworth.
Kids at Trenton Elementary School are enjoying summer with a little bit of a twist. Matthew Juronsik has the story.
I'm here at the AOS 91 Summer School, and needless to say, the children are having fun. Trenton Elementary School is holding its first ever multi-district summer school program. At the forefront of the camp is the school's newest principal, Krista DeGrassa. DeGrassa took the concept from a previous program she ran.
The Southwest Harbor Library ran a summer reading program, and it's called Summer Story Camp for the last more than a decade. We knew that working through the district would be a much better way to get all of the kids involved in summer reading and not just those that chose through the Southwest Harbor Library to participate.
The summer program provides a hands-on learning experience. DeGrassa says the goal is for kids to learn throughout the activities they participate in.
The kids don't even know that they're really learning because they're so excited about the topics that they go home every night and they have homework, but they don't see it as homework. They see it as something fun and exciting.
Each week gets its own theme. With this week being about park rangers, the kids engaged in different stations learning about the various park ranger roles. Out of all the activities the kids participated in, it seemed like they all had a favorite.
The fire one because it's the one where you really get to practice aiming. It's the fire one.
Just like in school, students are given assignments, but at camp, they are rewarded with coupons that claim prizes. As the learning continues to shift online, DeGrassa wants the children to disconnect and learn through new experiences.
So we actually took away the technology this summer in our programming, and kids each got their own notebooks to write down everything they do in the morning and the afternoons. They are reading books, and they are journaling, and they're collaboratively learning with hands-on projects.
Even without technology, the kids all had fun and are excited to come back next year.
Yes. Yeah, because it's really fun, and maybe I'll get to see new friends again.
Reporting from Trenton, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The Old Town Orono YMCA opened a new development center for its youngest adventures. Now, they're calling it the Adventure Center. It's a new room where children will be able to play, learn, rain or shine. The Adventure Center opened after several months of renovations of what used to be a racquetball court. Now, CEO Deb Boyd says with the help of donations and volunteer workers, the Y has created a room specifically geared to help develop those early motor skills in children 5 years and younger.
Incredibly thankful for our volunteers, our donors, and our board of directors who all came together to help support this project. We had a team of staff that worked every day to make this come to be what it is. And our children, I'm just so thrilled for them to have this space.
The Old Town Orono YMCA has more projects in development for the near future. They aren't ready to share yet, but we'll let you know as soon as we get more updates.
The time is now 6:19.
Yeah, let's bring in Devin Biggs with another look at that hot forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota. your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Already, the heat is going to be the big story around here. We have heat advisories in effect until 8 p.m. tonight for the counties highlighted here because of high dew points, which equals high humidity levels, and high temperatures as well. 90s on the way today with dew points that'll be in the 60s and 70s. A very oppressive situation will be taking place today, but otherwise, though, we'll be watching some clouds moving through, maybe some fog in a few spots this morning as well. Be careful of that this morning as you do make that morning commute. But as we zoom things out and give you the big picture, this system will be moving in as early as tonight and giving us chances for a few showers and thunderstorms in some areas. Calming down later on overnight, but of course the clouds and maybe some fog could develop yet again. Wave heights are not too bad either. I checked those earlier, but water temperatures, if you're thinking about cooling off, are in the 60s, getting close to 70 degrees in a few spots. So comfortable water temperatures, maybe a little bit cooler though. Of course, that'll be nice given the hot temperatures across the region at this point. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower 90s today, upper 80s Friday, middle 80s by your Saturday, back in the low 90s Sunday, then finally cooling off a little bit by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, back down into the lower 80s. Your muggy meter showing some very uncomfortable air that'll be on the way though, with dew points that'll be in the 60s and possibly 70s for the next several days. Until about late Sunday into Monday, things fall back briefly. Then by Tuesday, back up in the 60s and 70s yet again. Your VNX forecast for today will be at an 8. That is considered very high. A burn time of around 15 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward for today, any fog that's developing this morning will be getting out of here. Of course, use your low beams or fog lights. Do not use your high beams. That'll make it worse to see out there with any fog you do encounter. We'll get that out of here. Then by later on this evening, though, watching for showers and storms after a sun-filled day. And of course, we'll keep the clouds going overnight with a little bit more fog that may develop in a few spots. And of course, any precipitation will be needed, though, as we're definitely in drought across this part of the state. A new drought monitor comes out later today. Forecast for today, lower 90s, partly cloudy, hot and humid. South wind getting up about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 60s, mostly cloudy with a few thunderstorms, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Storms on the way also for Friday and Saturday. Highs in the middle to upper 80s, lower 90s by Sunday with a small chance for storms. And more storms again by Monday. Highs in the lower 80s.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag and it will stay bonded until you open it. Guaranteed. The Duo NutriSealer locks in nutrients and freshness so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze delicious meals, or buy wholesale and seal individual packs and save up to 60%. Our bags are BPA free, microwave safe, and will never leach. Now you can get my PowerXL Duo NutriSealer for only 3 payments of $33.33. Plus, it comes with an ironclad 1-year VIP guarantee protection plan and my recipe book filled with marinades for super delicious meals. We're still not done. Order now and you'll receive an entire year's worth of bags. That's a $50 value, yours free. And we'll also include free shipping. All this is a $300 value, yours today for only 3 payments of $33.33. Remember, this is a special TV-only offer. So call or go to PowerXLDuo.com right now.
Call 1-800-553-7034 or go to PowerXLDuo.com.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
President Biden signed a second executive order yesterday on abortion access in the U.S. His action yesterday came following a vote in Kansas where voters rejected a measure that would allow state lawmakers to ban abortion in their state. Lauren Blanchard has more details from Washington.
Through an executive order, President Biden wants to make it easier for women to get an abortion or other reproductive services if they need to cross state lines.
We're doing everything in our power to safeguard access to health care, including the right to choose.
Appearing virtually because of his rebound case of COVID, the president kicked off the first meeting of his task force on reproductive health care access. It was formed after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in June.
We trust the judgment of the women of America to make decisions based on what they know is in their best interest.
The meeting comes just a day after Kansas voters rejected a measure to remove abortion protections from their state's constitution.
I feel like my state just showed up and boldly told me that they are going to take care of me.
We're going to get through this difficult period, and women and children will be protected in the state of Kansas.
In Idaho, the Justice Department may face an uphill legal battle over that state's nearly total abortion ban set to go into effect later this month. The DOJ is suing to protect emergency medical procedures for women, which may require an abortion. Democrats believe reproductive rights will be a major ballot issue in November.
The American people are fed up with politicians trying to tell them what to do with their lives and their bodies.
This week, a small bipartisan group of senators introduced legislation to make the freedom of reproductive rights federal law. Some Democrats don't believe it goes far enough, and it's unlikely to pass. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, there was a wacky Wednesday youth stock car race at Speedway 95 yesterday.
Plus, a lifelong volunteer firefighter in Scarborough was thrown a surprise party. There's some more local news as Good Morning Maine continues.
Every year, over 16,000 fires are caused by dirty block dryers and clogged vents, even when you clean the lint trap every time. Introducing the Hurricane Lint Lizard, the revolutionary cleaning device that gets deep inside your dryer to clean the dangerous lint that even your lint trap leaves behind. Look, we used a professional inspection camera to show the inside of this dryer, and lint was everywhere. But just attach the Hurricane Lint Lizard on any vacuum. Then push it into your dryer, and instantly the hidden lint is removed. Now the inside is perfectly clean and back to factory fresh. The secret is the flexible design that follows the inner airways of your dryer and cleans away the hidden problems. Just look at all the lint we cleaned out of this dryer. Plus, a dirty dryer takes forever to dry clothes and wastes energy. But with the Lint Lizard, your clothes will dry faster and your energy bills will be less.
There's so much lint in there, and it came out so easy.
I thought I kept my dryer clean. This thing really works. Wow, this is easy. You can see the lint coming out. Now that's a lot of lint. I can't believe my dryer even ran.
Plus, it'll clean your dryer vents too. Just insert Lint Lizard right in your vent to ensure a clean dryer exhaust.
After seeing as many dryer fires as I have, I would recommend this product to everyone. It's an easy, fast, effective way to get rid of lint, and it will make your home safer.
So forget about messy brushes that are hard to use. Get your Lint Lizard today for just $14.99. But wait, order now and you can get a second Lint Lizard. Plus, get our Dust Lizard, the universal vacuum attachment that cleans deep into even the tiniest cracks and crevices of your home. The individual suction tubes conform to any shape. There's no easier way to dust car AC vents. Now clean without having to move a thing. Just pay a separate fee. You can get all this at incredible value, but you have to call or click now.
Call 1-800-541-3884. That's 1-800-541-3884 or visit hurricanelintLizard.com. So call 1-800-541-3884 now.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Happy Thursday, Maine. It's August 4th of 2022. Another hot day on the way. Well, into the 80s. Devin has the details in a moment.
A little New England folklore. It was on this day in 1892, Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother were murdered with an axe in Fall River, Massachusetts. Borden was arrested, tried, and acquitted.
And actor Billy Bob Thornton turned 67. Former Red Sox and Yankees pitcher Roger Clemens is 60 years old today. For national holidays, you have National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, National IPA Day, and it's U.S. Coast Guard Day.
Chocolate chip cookie with your IPA?
I don't know how well that would taste, though. I think I've had chocolate with IPAs, and it's a weird mixture.
I don't think I've had it before together. They're both heavy. Maybe a chocolate. There's so many flavors of craft beers these days. There must be a chocolate chip cookie IPA out there somewhere.
I'm showing my young age, but like I remember when I was 21, that was 7 years ago now. You could go to a bar and there were like 4 choices, and you could just be like, choose one, and one will be good. Now there's like millions, which, isn't a bad thing.
It's changed so much. I know, and even at smaller bars, it's like you have to have an IPA on tap, which is interesting.
You got to have an IPA.
I know.
I had a couple last night, one from Black Bear Brewing and one from Orono.
I love Orono and Black Bear, and I love that we have local businesses like that up around here, and they have I know Orono does outdoor stuff, and there's cornhole and all sorts of stuff, and they'll have concerts, and it's cool.
Breweries are so open to and they're very family oriented too. It's not just
Orono has great food too, by the way.
Yes, but it's not just it's not just college kids or young kids. You see families there, you see older adults, you see kids, you see dogs, more importantly.
Most importantly. Well, let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs to see if you can go sit outside at the brewery this afternoon.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomaston Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Already, heat's the big story around here. Heat advisories are in effect until 8 p.m. tonight, though, because of very hot temperatures in the 90s and higher dew point levels, which means higher humidity levels, which will make it feel a lot hotter to be outside. So even though we may have a few clouds passing through, unfortunately, though, we will need to be careful with the heat. It will be very easy to suffer from heat exhaustion, so please be careful out there if you do have to head outside today. But we will be watching for a system now be moving in soon, which will help to make things a little bit more comfortable. Some chances of storms on the way later on tonight. Any fog this morning will be getting out of here later on, and of course by later this evening, showers and storms will develop in a few areas with our next system moving in. Along with that, some clouds and maybe a little bit more fog could be on the way. Winds will be out of the southwest, not too bad, but increasing throughout the day with gusts up to 25 miles per hour in a few spots and sustained winds maybe up to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. So for today, though, lower 90s is going to be a hot one. Partly cloudy, south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing plenty of sunshine and hot temperatures in the 90s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
Speedway 95 is hosting Wacky Wednesday, and during the race, a group of young people stole the spotlight with a division the raceway calls the Stars of Tomorrow. President Del Merritt of Speedway 95 says his raceway is a great place for young kids looking to race their heart out. Kids ages 9 to 15 years old participated in Wednesday's stock car race.
Not everybody can afford the $25,000 or $30,000 late models, so they're probably into anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000.
13-year-old Caden Neptune from Mount Vernon, Maine, is the top-ranking driver in the junior division. His dad said he helped get his son into the sport.
I gave him the option because things were getting a little hectic, work, school, racing. So I told him he can choose one. He chose racing. He's an all-star athlete all the way around.
Neptune says his son keeps a 4.0 grade average and will continue on to the championships held this August 31st. To get a look at the racing schedule, head to foxbangor.com for more information. Rockland's popular Maine Lobster Festival is officially underway.
People gathered at Harbor Park to see King Neptune, the Maine sea goddess, and, of course, the large variety of tasty food.
Here's Dylan Holloway with more.
The 75th Maine Lobster Festival officially kicked off on Wednesday.
There better not be a cannon. You don't point cannons at pirates.
Maine Lobster Festival President Celia Knight says the 5-day event brings in people from all around the world. She says the festival is something for everyone of all ages, including some of the best seafood you'll ever taste.
You can have a boiled lobster dinner, you can have a single, double, or a triple, you can have chowder, you can have lobster mac and cheese, and especially we have the most famous Maine lobster rolls.
Richard Johnson, who curates the arts and crafts tent with his wife Sue, has been involved with the festival for 45 years. He says this year's festival has extra meaning to him. Celia's mother, Alice Knight, who was also a longtime festival volunteer, passed away just a couple days before the festival began. Johnson says it was Alice who originally invited him and his wife to come be a part of the event all those years ago.
To me, she represented the festival. She was always really supportive of what we were doing, and she loved the mermaids, which is why I thought she'd love this, you know.
Johnson dedicated his latest sculpture to Alice, an impressive display of the mighty King Neptune. The Maine Lobster Festival runs until 6:30 p.m. August 7th. For more information, you can visit MaineLobsterFestival.com. Reporting from Rockland, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
While fire departments statewide struggle to find and keep volunteers, one volunteer in Scarborough is holding strong. Captain Bruce Bell has served as a volunteer firefighter for 65 years.
The Scarborough Fire Department surprised him, thanking him for his service after a push-in ceremony where they let Captain Bell back in a new truck into the firehouse. And that's not all. They announced they're dedicating the new truck to him.
We are going to dedicate this truck with a blown bell on the front of the truck to Captain Bruce Bell.
It was very easy for the committee to unanimously make the recommendation to dedicate this truck to him. He, however, was not part of that unanimous vote. He certainly was much more humble, but there was no way we weren't going to do this for him.
That's unbelievable. It was a pleasure to be able to do that. It really was. It really was. I didn't realize they were going to let me do that, but I'm glad I did.
He's not alone. The Scarborough Fire Chief says there are several volunteers with the department who've served for more than 60 years. Still to come here this morning, tomorrow morning's Bangor's youth baseball stars will head to Connecticut for their regional tournament. Tyler Cruz will have the details when we return.
But first, here's a look at your forecast. Temperatures in the 90s, low 90s today, mostly sunny skies. Clouds are moving this afternoon and into this evening with thunderstorms in the area. Temperatures warming back up to a high of 88 with a chance of thunderstorms for your Friday.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
There's a big question going around Seasons Grill and Sports Lounge at 427 Main Street in Bangor about how fresh their seafood is. So I decided to find out exactly how fresh it is in this live investigative report. So we went all the way down to Deer Isle, Stonington, Captain John, to ask the question, is the seafood fresh?
That's fresh enough for you.
The summer lobster special at Seasons in Bangor is now on. Restrictions may apply. See seasonsbangor.com for more details.
Sign up for You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Pick who you think is going to win and compete against other fans for prizes.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, on Friday morning, Bangor's 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars will ship down to Bristol, Connecticut for the opportunity of a lifetime. Tyler Cruz has more.
It's going to be a dream. You know, this is like couldn't be better playing baseball with your friends and, you know, hanging out with them this whole entire week.
Bangor's 11 and 12-year-old All-Stars are about to live out every young baseball player's dream.
I'm very excited. I couldn't imagine doing this. I wouldn't believe it.
Heading down to Bristol, Connecticut to play in the Little League World Series regional tournament.
I know I look back at my days and you sit on the couch and you're watching Little League World Series end of August and you're just like, wow, it'd be awesome to get there. And these, our group's one step away from it.
Their state title was a little elusive. Even though they've won District 3 the past few summers, this is this group's first time bringing the state banner back up north and getting ready to ship out for a regional.
It was a dream come true. Last 2 years came up short, like you said, and being able to finally hold the main title is really something.
I've worked so hard just to get here. It feels so good just to achieve it.
It's going to be special, it's one of those things that these guys will remember for a lifetime.
These guys are rolling into Connecticut this weekend with a perfect record. They didn't lose a single game in districts or in states.
We just had the mindset of working our butts off and, get the bat on the ball, and the pitching was great, and, keeping the ball in front.
So with the opportunity of a lifetime in front of them, it doesn't seem like the moment is getting too big for them at all.
I'm not sure these guys understand the level that they're going to go into, but that's a good thing. They're just playing. That's the good thing about this group is they love being together. They love playing and competing.
So their goal, besides soaking in the last month of the summer sun, is to just play their brand of baseball. See how far it takes them.
The expectation is that we stay within ourselves and we continue to do what we've been doing that allows us to have success.
We've been working the last 4 years to try to make it down to Connecticut. We finally did it, so we're looking to execute and put up a battle.
There's going to be competition down there for sure, but I think we just got to be ready and we'll be good. Just play our way.
Reporting from Bangor, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, best of luck to them. They will leave for Bristol on Friday at 6 a.m. Thank you, Tyler, for that story. Meanwhile, at the Senior Legion level, the Queen City Athletics River Dogs began their regional action facing Rhode Island down at Holy Cross. Not the way they wanted to start down in Worcester. 14-0 in 5 innings. They lost. Cumberland dominates Maine in Game 1. Shout out to Tyler Cruz's cousin for collecting an RBI for Rhodey in the game. For the River Dogs, though, Caden Beloff wore the loss. He went 4 innings flat, giving up 7 total runs, 3 earned on 9 hits, just 2 hits for the Queen City offense. They'll turn the page and get ready for either Danbury or Shrewsbury in the losers bracket. First pitch for that one set for 12:30 on Thursday. And we'll switch to football now. For 20 years, August 3rd was basically a holiday in Foxborough. Crazy how things changed. Now, instead of celebrating Tom Brady's 45th birthday, we're sitting here trying to make sense of the NFL's investigation, revealing Brady's tainted departure from the Pats. On Tuesday, the NFL punished the Miami Dolphins for making illegal contact with Brady back in August of 2019. Now, Brady did not get penalized, but it takes 2 to tamper, and now we know how truly unhappy Brady was towards the end of his time in New England. So naturally, reporters asked Belichick at Wednesday's practice for his thoughts on the tampering.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about that. We're just trying to have a good training camp here.
Did you have any idea the Dolphins were tampering with your starting quarterback that season?
Yeah, I'm focused on training camp here. That's all in the past.
All right, so pretty much par for the course there for Belichick. There were about 8 seconds between the answer to question 1 and the answer to question 2, but he wasn't playing along with it at all because he's on to 2022. And we are on to some sad news in the baseball world. Vin Scully, the forever voice of the Dodgers, baseball, and sports at large, passed away on Tuesday night at the age of 94.
Vin Scully became more than a sports announcer.
This is Vin Scully speaking to you.
He was the finest, most literate, most beloved, most listened to sports announcer there ever was.
Life begins on opening day. Someone once said that history is a pile of ashes.
Where does this one fit in as far as thrills are concerned? I don't know, Vinny. This has got to be as high as any of them.
He was an American treasure, as trusted as Cronkite.
Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening.
As easy to listen to as Sinatra. As gifted a storyteller as Twain.
I thought instead of talking baseball on this precious day, I might talk a little bit about history. In 1812...
His career sounds like what you might get if you combine 2 or 3 giants of the industry. 67 years. Football. Golf. Name a big moment and Vin not only was there, he also nailed the first draft of history with exquisite lyricism that was part Dylan Thomas and part Bob Dylan. Perfection from Larson. And Koufax. 7:15.
What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world.
Bill Buckner. His own goodbye in 2016. Vin Scully wrote the words and music to baseball, and they were beautiful. He was more than the voice of the Dodgers. He was the voice of our parents, our grandparents, our kids. Vin Scully called more than 9,000 baseball games. He met presidents and popes. He had streets named after him. Yet he once said the way he wanted people to think of him was simply as a friend.
May God give you for every storm a rainbow, for every tear a smile, for every problem life seems a faithful friend to share, for every sigh a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer.
Because his voice reached so many for so long and so kindly, he was a dear friend to generations of Americans, most without ever having met him.
So this is Vin Scully wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
This week on Wheel, our players have their hands full with amazing trips.
Oh, we're already having fun?
Incredible prizes, and a whole lot of cash. And Pat has his hands full with...
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
Heidi.
Oh my God, that is amazing!
Be part of the excitement.
Did you have any coffee before you got at it?
This week on Wheel.
I'm pooped.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
With Thursday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
Walmart is letting a couple of hundred top-end employees go. The Wall Street Journal says the downsizing comes a week after Walmart warned of shrinking profits. The nation's largest private employer blames inflation. Airlines will have to offer passengers refunds in a number of circumstances under a proposal by the U.S. Transportation Department. The plan would give customers refunds if their flight schedule or itinerary is changed. The rule would also apply to non-refundable tickets. Gas prices still over $4 a gallon. California topping the nation, $5.56 a gallon. Texas has the cheapest gas at an average of $3.67 a gallon. And China is retaliating for House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. They're blocking imports of citrus, fish, and other foods from the island nation. So far, China hasn't been disrupting the flow of Taiwanese-made processor chips. I'm Leo Jonathan with Thursday's Business on ABC 7.
It's Thursday, which means we have your pet of the week.
Meet Ginger from the Bangor Humane Society.
The Pet of the Week is brought to you by Riptide Smoke Shop in Belfast.
Meet Ginger the rabbit. Ginger is a sweet girl looking for her forever home. Ginger was brought to the Bangor Humane Society as a stray, so we have limited history on Ginger's past. We do know Ginger really loves to lounge around and have lots of playful adventures. She also really loves hay, fresh greens, veggies, and fruits for her snack. Having plenty of snacks and playing with her many toys are Ginger's favorite pastime. Due to Ginger being nervous, we are recommending children 12 and older in the home. Ginger can be easily spooked, and slow, positive introductions will be very important to ensure everyone is comfortable. We do require everyone in the home comes in to meet with Ginger. As for other animals, we recommend that Ginger be in a home with animals who can give her plenty of space to call her own. Ginger would love free roam time and would love lots of space to hop around. It is very important for her to have plenty of space to run freely and space to call her own. As we said earlier, slow, positive introductions will be very important in the home environment to ensure everybody is comfortable. Let's find the sweetheart her forever home. Feel like Ginger could be the perfect match for your home? Please feel free to contact the Bangor Humane Society at 207-942-8902 or email adoption@bangorhumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Now here's Devin Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomason Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Already, the heat is going to be the big story around here. We have heat advisories in effect until 8 p.m. tonight for the counties highlighted here because of high dew points, which equals high humidity levels, and high temperatures as well. 90s on the way today with dew points that'll be in the 60s and 70s. A very oppressive situation will be taking place today, but otherwise, though, we'll be watching some clouds moving through, maybe some fog in a few spots this morning as well. Be careful of that this morning as you do make that morning commute. But as we zoom things out and give you the big picture, this system will be moving in as early as tonight and giving us chances for a few showers and thunderstorms in some areas. Calming down later on overnight, but of course the clouds and maybe some fog could develop yet again. Wave heights are not too bad either. I checked those earlier, but water temperatures, if you're thinking about cooling off, are in the 60s, getting close to 70 degrees in a few spots. So comfortable water temperatures, maybe a little bit cooler though. Of course, that'll be nice given the hot temperatures across the region at this point. Our average high is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower 90s today, upper 80s Friday, middle 80s by your Saturday, back in the low 90s Sunday, then finally cooling off a little bit by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, back down into the lower 80s. Your muggy meter showing some very uncomfortable air that'll be on the way, though, with dew points that'll be in the 60s and possibly 70s for the next several days. Until about late Sunday into Monday, things fall back briefly. Then by Tuesday, back up in the 60s and 70s yet again. Your VNX forecast for today will be at an 8. That is considered very high. A burn time of around 15 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward for today, any fog that's developing this morning will be getting out of here. Of course, use your low beams or fog lights. Do not use your high beams. That'll make it worse to see out there with any fog you do encounter. We'll get that out of here. Then by later on this evening, though, watching for showers and storms after a sun-filled day. And of course, we'll keep the clouds going overnight with a little bit more fog that may develop in a few spots. And of course, any precipitation will be needed, though, as we're definitely in drought across this part of the state. A new drought monitor comes out later today. Forecast for today, lower 90s, partly cloudy, hot and humid. South wind getting up about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 60s, mostly cloudy with a few thunderstorms, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Storms on the way also for Friday and Saturday. Highs in the middle to upper 80s, lower 90s by Sunday with a small chance for storms, and more storms again by Monday. Highs in the lower 80s.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
If you're thinking about fireworks for your special event, stop worrying about the cost and results. That's because Central Maine Pyrotechnics professional fireworks displays bring the best showmanship and value anywhere. For weddings, holidays, family reunions, birthdays, corporate events, town celebrations, festivals, and fairs, Central Maine Pyrotechnics has a fireworks display that will work for you. Just call 623-9285 and like us on Facebook for the best showmanship and value in fireworks displays, Central Maine Pyrotechnics.
Everyone needs a place to call home, somewhere where they can feel comfortable and be themselves. Finding that home is not always easy. Let RE/MAX at Home take the stress out of it for you. We take a personal approach and try to put ourselves in our clients' shoes and envision them in a home with their friends and their family. Communication, transparency, honesty, and integrity are what we value when interacting with our clients. We like to simplify the process and make it hassle-free. RE/MAX. Don't worry, we've done this a million times.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
ABC Tonight. It's a new comedy game show between juniors.
The comedy team known as the 3 what?
3 dummies?
And seniors.
What's TikTok?
Kelly Riva hosts Generation Gap. New tonight, 9/8 Central on ABC.
When it comes to planning dinner, there are 3 things most of us look for. Something that doesn't take too long to make, something that's going to taste amazing, and last but not least, something that's not going to break the bank. So today, we're making a dish that tastes like pricey spare ribs, but actually starts with boneless chicken thighs, which are very budget friendly. We start by browning some boneless, skinless chicken thighs in a skillet with a bit of oil. The key here is to make sure the skillet is hot so the chicken gets nice and browned. While they're doing their thing, we make an Asian barbecue sauce by mixing together some water, soy sauce, ketchup, and cider vinegar. Now, to give it even more flavor, we mix in some brown sugar, chopped garlic, and ground ginger. We give this a stir and pour it over our brown chicken. We let them simmer, turning them every once in a while so they soak up all that flavor-packed sauce. We'll thicken this up by adding a combo of cornstarch and water. Then these guys are ready to serve. Maybe serve this over some rice so you don't leave behind any of that sticky flavor-packed sauce. To get the recipe for what we call chicken spare ribs, all you need to do is visit our website. Believe me, I know you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a no bones about it way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
New reports reveal Disney's theme park prices have skyrocketed over the years. The happiest place on earth is also the priciest. This after reports from SJ Data Visualizations, a UK-based consulting firm, reveal the theme park's prices have jumped nearly 4,000% over the past 50 years.
The report compares the price of a Disney World ticket to expenses such as rent, wages, and gasoline, noting that those 3 have grown by less than 1,000% in the same time frame. But the price of admission isn't the only thing guests are paying high prices on. Disney also announced price hikes on merchandise, with items such as Mickey Mouse ears, backpacks, and water bottles jumping anywhere from $5 to $15 at the Florida park.
That's crazy.
Man, I mean, I knew, Disney World was expensive, but I didn't know it was just keep rising that much.
I know. 3,000. I like that they compare it, though, with how other things. I like that comparison.
Yeah,
that's a good statistical analysis.
It gives you a little better picture of that. But
I know.
I got to go back to Disney World. I haven't gone since I was a kid, so everyone says you got to go back when you get a little older and everything.
On that note, go back to Disney World. Good Morning America is next on ABC 7.
Stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That is coming up next on Fox 22. Have a great day and stay cool out there.
Your personal information gets exposed so often, it might as well be hanging in a museum. Everyday activities like online shopping, banking, and even data breaches may expose your information and make it dangerously easy to have your identity stolen. No wonder there's a new victim every 3 seconds.
Someone stole my information and tried to buy a car in my name. Felt really devastating, frightened, because I had no control.
And the ways identity thieves can steal and use your information are constantly evolving.
Someone used my information to open up bank accounts in my name. It was terrifying, not knowing what was out there and what had been opened.
Watching your accounts or monitoring your credit may not be enough, but Protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock, a leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock monitors threats to your identity, and if an issue is detected, sends you an alert.
It was a big yes or a big no button. I clicked "That's not me," and LifeLock took it from there.
If you are a victim of identity theft,